In this tutorial, I'm gonna talk about what is mode and what is object mode. But first, let's review on navigation. For navigation, we use the middle click for rotating. We use the control middle click for zooming or zoom out. And also you can use scroll, but it's less precise. And we can use the shift middle click for pan and tilt, or moving left and right or up and down. Now, the thing I want to talk about in this video is about the modes. Modes are object-oriented features that you can access to depending on what you want to do with your object. And before you have access to them, you need to tell Blender that I want to, for example, do something with my object. I want to edit my object. I want to texture my object. And depending on the modes that you choose, the tools and the secondary menu is gonna change. For example, I click on this object, and under the primary menu, if I click on object mode, you can see all the modes that is available to me for this object. And if I change my object mode to edit mode, because for example, if I want to edit my cube, I need to change it to edit mode. You just look at the tool and secondary menu. If I change it to edit mode, tools and secondary menu is gonna extend, and these are the feature and tools that are available to me in edit mode, and these are not something I can do in object mode, because in edit mode, for example, I can make a new form from face of my cube, but I can't do this in object mode, because object mode is mostly about layout and composition of our object and scenes. So let me back a couple of steps. So these are the object mode, and in modeling you mostly use object mode, edit mode, and if you learn sculpt mode, you can use sculpt mode. But for now, we're just using object mode and edit mode. You can, for switching between object mode and edit mode, instead of coming here and change it, you can also click tab and change between object mode and edit mode. There are also predefined windows that Blender provides for you for the convenience of artists, and we call these Workstation. And if you look in front of the primary tab, we also have a layout, modeling, sculpting, and these are all the things that we can do with our object. And depending on the one I choose, you can see that the edit mode is gonna change. And the difference between layout and modeling is just the mode. But if we go to the other workstation, for example UV editing, you can see that right here we have two windows, because UV editing need two windows for UV in our objects. So let me back to the layout. And the other thing I want to talk about is axis. We have three axes in the 3D scene. The green axis is Y axis, the red axis is X axis, and we also have a Z axis, and by default the Z axis is hidden, and you can make it back by coming here and click on Z, and this is our Z axis, but I'm gonna hide it. And we also have a small axis on the top right, and this is typically a shortcut to changing or jumping fast to the position that we want. For example, if I want to look at my object from the top, I can simply click on Z, and you can see that I jump to the top of my object. And by using the middle click, you can simply back to the any point of view you want. And this is object mode. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about the tools in object mode and what these tools can do. See you.